Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another showcase for you today in the Open Great League, of course, taking a look at Walrein, Altaria, and Vigoroth. So a great team. A great team. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it, see how these battles play out. We have the Walrein onto that Swampert, so pretty good matchup. You do have to watch out for the Earthquake and Sludge Wave, and we know they have at least one of them, right? Especially since this is a Shadow, but they could also bait. So, like, do you shield it? It looks like this trainer is going to call it. It is a Surf. Okay, I was not expecting the Surf, but still a good call on that bait there. We're going to see another attack. We're going to see a shield right now. Walrein definitely wanting to win this matchup. Just going to be a Surf, though, so an unfortunate shield. But that's okay. We're going to see the Icicle Spear come in from the Walrein right now, and that will get the shield from the Shadow Swampert. Totally fine. They're going to be able to get to another Surf, but Walrein can take it. But we're still going to go ahead and see a shield right now. Okay, very interesting. So Walrein will go ahead and shield it and get off this Icicle Spear. Now, even though that's a Shadow Swampert, I don't know that this KOs. It does not, but one more Powder Snow will pick up the knockout. Okay, so that's good. So in comes an Alolan Marowak trying desperately to get off that Earthquake. They do throw just before the Earthquake, so nice play by the opponent. Going to be a Bone Club, and that will KO, so that's fine. But yeah, you could bring in Vigoroth. Okay, I mean, Vigoroth is resisting everything. Well, it doesn't resist the Bone Club, but Bone Club's a weak move. It doesn't resist the Fire Spit either. So it's not resisting everything, but it does resist the Shadow Bone or Shadow Ball. So we're going to see this Bulldoze come in right now. This will do a lot, but I don't think it's enough to one-shot it. It isn't, but at least it does a lot of damage. Take this and maybe switch out, because I don't think you can count it down. So maybe switch out into Altaria to go for the Dragon Breath down. No, still staying in. Okay, able to get off a Body Slam. Even though it's double resisted, I think it still KOs, but I guess we'll find out. Looks like it does. What is in the back? Going to be an Altaria, so out comes the switch, but the opponent is ahead of energy. That's why you needed to switch out. Well, I think we're still okay here. I was going to say you need to switch out to farm down with Altaria against the Alolan Marowak. But again, I still think we're okay because you're able to get off the Sky Attack. Of course, their Sky Attack was not enough to KO. And looks like that Altaria may be worse IVs, but either way, the opposing Altaria goes down. So either way, it's going to be a great game and a great win. So well played to both trainers there. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. We can also see that this trainer is rank 20, so on their way to Ace. Very nice. So this is a bad matchup, but can you really switch out? If you go into Vigoroth, that's still a bad matchup. If you go into Altaria, they'll switch out, maybe throw an Ice Punch. So you really have to stay in. This is really bad. But we're going to see that Icicle Spear. We're going to see another attack come in. This is going to be a Power Punch, which makes sense. Now we do see a switch into Altaria. So Altaria going for that farm, but they do switch into their own Altaria. So this Altaria going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. We'll see if the opposing Altaria decides to shield or not. They do decide to shield, okay. So at least you get the shield there. Now they're going to go ahead, go for an attack, and Altaria will go ahead and shield it. It's going to be a Sky Attack, but that's fine. So trying to get to a Sky Attack and able to get to it. Very nice. So will this force the final shield from the opposing Altaria, or will they let it go? This shouldn't KO. They do shield it. Actually, maybe it would have KO'd. The Dragon Breath damage afterwards definitely would have. But Walrein can come in and farm down here. So gonna go ahead and shield that. Gonna be a Sky Attack, so good shield. And we'll see the farm down. That Medichamp's coming in though. But Medicham is low, so this is gonna get it even lower, right? So that's good. Able to get it lower with that attack, and they're going to go ahead and throw an attack, so maybe switch out after this and go for the counter down. No, just going to stay in. Okay, one counter will be enough to KO. They actually switch into Frost last. Ooh. Bulldoze is not going to KO, though, and 2 Avalanches will KO. However, a Bulldoze and a Body Slam, I think will KO. They actually have the Crunch. The defense fell, okay, so we're going to see this Bulldoze come in right now. Shouldn't KO the Frostlass, as it doesn't. Maybe a Body Slam will KO. Can they get to it? They cannot get to it. They cannot. I think a Body Slam would have KO'd, but unfortunately, Vigoroth cannot get to it. But they go for the Shadow Ball. They have Shadow Ball and Crunch. Oh my gosh, we're going to see. You definitely don't want to go for a Shadow Ball against the normal type. This Body Slam will KO, and Medicham will go down to a counter, and that is going to be a win. Wow, Frostlass, you definitely want. I could definitely see arguments for Crunch. Crunch is a good move. I know Jokes runs Crunch on his. So it's definitely possible to see Crunch, but you definitely need that Avalanche. But well played nonetheless. And you should have went as well for the Crunch instead of the Shadow Ball against the Vigoroth. But that's okay. Lessons learned. We're going to see the next battle. Icicle Spear going into that for Alligator. The switch right now into this Altaria. Altaria going maybe for the farm down. We do see a shield. It could be Ice Beam. It's just going to be a crunch, so could have taken that. But, I mean, obviously I understand being afraid of the Ice Beam. We do see a Sky Attack come out. This is going to KO. Not even going to tap in the bubbles, but it's still going to KO it. They let it go. And what is going to come in, I guess we will find out. Going to be that Talonflame, okay. So this is fine for the Altaria. I mean, Altaria did what it had to do, right? So this is going to get the shield. Okay, so I mean, Brave Bird will do a lot. It might probably even KO, honestly. And they do go for it. It does KO. So that's fine. We're going to see the Walrein come in. They're going to switch into their Sirfetch'd. But again, Vigoroth in the back is also weak to fighting. We saw that with Metacham, right? So going to go ahead and shield this one up. Going to be a Leaf Blade. Wanting to get off these Icicle Spears because Sirfetch'd is really frail, right? So it's going to be able to land one of these Icicle Spears. So we do see the shield there. And it's going to be able to get to the second Icicle Spear. And will this be enough to KO Sirfetch'd? If it doesn't, it's going to get it very low. It doesn't KO, and we do see the Vigoroth come in. Oh my gosh, they do get to an attack, which is really, really unfortunate, but I don't think it KOs. It does not even close to KOing, so Vigoroth does fall down, and in comes Talonflame, but will the body slam be enough? I don't think so. I actually don't think this is enough to KO. They need to farm down, I think, with the Talonflame. Oh, they throw, okay. They throw. I think they needed to go for the farm down. Let's see. Flame Charge is going to KO the Vigoroth. Out comes No, that will KO. Okay, well played to the opponent there. Okay, I thought maybe Walrein was a little bit higher, but it wasn't. Let's move on to the next one. Walrein into Universe Stunfisk. Okay, kind of like a neutral matchup. Of course, they're both doing super effective damage towards each other. We do see an Icicle Spear, very nice. And they also shield it, and we're going to see an attack come in from the Stunfisk. Walrein is going to go ahead and shield this. Going to be a discharge, of course, makes sense. So the Icicle Spear coming out right now. So this is going to not connect the opponent, wanting to win switch here. We're going to see another shield. So both trainers shielding up, totally fine. Going to be a discharge. And this Walrein is going to go ahead and... Okay, they actually switched into Talonflame. So we're going to see a huge farm up and the switch to attempt the catch maybe. But unfortunately, the opponent didn't throw. However, at this range, I don't think Brave Bird KOs. It's Hurricane. Okay, that's not going to KO. Honestly, would have probably preferred the Brave Bird, so it debuffed the Talonflame, but still, the Sky Attack, probably enough. If it isn't, you could Dragon Breath it down. It is enough. Okay, so Hurricane was fine there then. Swampert coming in. Come on, get to the Hurricane. They're going to be able to throw... They're going to be able to throw an attack. It's going to be actually, it's going to be a Surf. I was about to say Hydro Cannon, but Surf is not enough to KO, so that will allow this attack to come out, the Sky Attack, and that will almost KO, and we're going to see a farm down while Altaria cannot go down. Stunfisk coming in, totally fine. You got the Vigoroth. You got a lot of energy because they charged up with Walrein. Okay, so we do see a catch, and it's going to be a discharge. Okay, not the greatest catch just because you had all that energy, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Vigoroth is going to be able to beat the Stunfisk because of how low it is. So... totally fine. Actually, we're just going to see a Bulldoze. Body Slam would have been enough, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, Vigoroth could take another attack anyway, so we're going to see that Bulldoze. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to both trainers. Loving the pose, by the way. That was last season's pose. So let's go ahead and move into the next one and see how this game goes. Walrein into Ariados. Okay, we have an Ariados matchup, so... I don't know who wins this one. I mean, the lunge is going to do a lot. It's going to be coming out fast. This has got to be a lunge, right? And it is going to be that lunge. Also going to debuff the Walrein, which is not great. Okay, so we're going to see an Icicle Spear come in. And they do switch into a Lowland Marowak. Okay. Going to go ahead and try and catch a Bone Club. Not able to do so. So they're likely going to go ahead and just throw Shadow Balls or Shadow Bones, whichever one they have. Okay, it is a Shadow Bone. So, I mean, yeah, maybe could have went into Vigoroth here, even though they're resisting counter, right? I mean, they can't throw the Shadow Bones. But, I mean, they could throw... I mean, the Fire Spin damage and the Bone Clubs are adding up. But, I mean, you just need a Bulldoze. I mean, it's... You know, but we'll see what happens. We're going to see a Sky Attack come out. That's going to be enough, not to KO, actually, but we do see a farm down. So, still going to be able to win that matchup, which is nice. In comes Como-O, which is weak to not only Dragon... but this guy attacks, so they do have to shield, so we're going to see a shield here. So very nice. So the Altaria goes down. Out comes this Walrein. Walrein is going to go ahead and shield this, and they will be able to get off this Icicle Spear, which is super effective, but will the Kommo-o decide to shield it? They do decide to shield it. Very nice. We're going to see a switch into that Ariados. Out comes Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to go ahead and go for an attack. Not Vigoroth, the Ariados is going to go for the attack. It does go for the lunge, which obviously makes sense. We're going to see this Body Slam. It is debuffed. It's not going to KO the Ariados, but just trying to get it low, I guess. Yep, trying to get it low. Maybe, no, you can't count it down. They're going to be able to get to an attack. So this is going to, does it KO the Vigoroth? It's totally fine if it does. In fact, you probably prefer if it does, but it doesn't. So we're going to see a I was about to say a beautiful farm down, but no. They actually, because of the debuffs, you're not able to farm that down. But that's totally fine because Walrein can farm down, but they actually bring in Kommo-o, and Kommo-o is weak to ice. So I do imagine this KOs in the Great League. It doesn't, but one more Powder Snow, and that is going to be a great game and a great video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.